What's up, guys, and welcome back to episode 8 of the Williams F1 Manager Career Mode here, as we're already starting to try to fix up the mess that Theo Pourchaire made to the car at Monaco. But we're going to start off here looking at this board section, a section that we haven't really actually looked at, and they seem absolutely delighted with us. Obviously, with race performance looking good, current progress on target for the season objective, and for the long-term objective is this points contender, and we're already 4 out of 12. I assume that's what they mean for, but I don't have any idea. But we're looking at driver development here. Alex Albon seems to be improving well. Vesti seems to be improving very, very well. Hopefully we get to see more from him in the future, maybe, depending on how Theo Pourchaire ends up, or even Alex Albon. But here we are with our first runs in Q1 for Spain, and it's a 1:14.8 for Alexander Albon, and a 1:15. 1:15.1 for Theo Pourchaire as we go to our second runs on board with Theo Pourchaire. Theo Pourchaire is actually going to be taking an engine penalty because we're already having to invest in extra engines for this second Williams car as we get held up a little bit there by the Haas. Theo Pourchaire taking that engine penalty, so he will be starting from back of the grid as you would expect. But there was another car that was taking engine penalties, and that was Kevin Magnussen. So our job for Theo Pourchaire is to make sure he is above Kevin Magnussen, as Alex Albon doesn't improve, but Theo Pourchaire damn right improves, getting to P11, jumping Alexander Albon. What a performance that was there, as Kevin Magnussen wasn't able to get out of Q1. But we're going defensive into the first corner there. Very interesting lines taken by Alex Albon there, as he actually gets a purple sector 1 on his second Q2 run. Theo Pourchaire then one-ups him and also gets a purple sector 1, which is absolutely mind-blowing. But here we go. Hopefully won't get held up this time around. But I'm surprised as I say, get held up. We have, I think that's Pierre Gasly trying to make a move around us, obviously destroying our lap. We actually still improved by like 0.6, but it's not enough. Theo Pourchaire, the next one, crossed the line, and it's P8 for Theo Pourchaire. Well, it's going to be P9 in the end, but that's still Q3 for Theo Pourchaire, and he's taking this engine penalty. So I ended up skipping Q3 for Theo Pourchaire because we wanted the extra set of softs for Theo Pourchaire when it came to the race, and let's be honest, we only would have lost one place, so it's not like it would have mattered. So P10, we ended up starting P19, and here we are looking at strategy here. We're going to be going soft, medium, soft, hard, soft, and then for both drivers they suggested soft, medium, soft, but then I looked at the graph for it, and it's saying that the softs would have just completely died before we went onto the mediums. But here we are with 5 red lights for the Spanish Grand Prix, and once again going aggressive off the start, wanting to make as many positions as possible. And as Theo Pourchaire looking to make a move already on Valtteri Bottas, trying to get into P18 already. Alex Albon trying to get into P13, holding off Tsunoda, and trying to make a move on Lando Norris now. Absolutely brilliant from Alexander Albon. He's at peak driver confidence, as you just saw there. Deployment on, pushing on the tyres, wanting to make these aggressive overtakes early. But as soon as I say that, Theo Pourchaire and Valtteri Bottas have an incident, and as you can see, 5-second time penalty added to Theo Pourchaire. But let's see exactly what's happened here. Here we go, going down, and here we are. Valtteri Bottas goes a little wide and just drifts off into Theo Pourchaire, but Theo Pourchaire got the penalty for it. I'm probably being biased about this, but it did look like a Theo Pourchaire fault to me. But here we are. We have a minor front wing damage, but not enough for me to convince me to bring him in the end. But we have another crash, literally milliseconds later, and it's going to be between Esteban Ocon, and that's got to be Nico Hülkenberg. Hülkenberg pushing Ocon off, and I mean, that helps us, but is there a penalty there for Nico Hülkenberg, maybe? Absolutely. 5-second time penalty then for Nico Hülkenberg. What a first lap we have here, as we actually end up overtaking Nico Hülkenberg. So it was either an incredible overtake, or Hülkenberg might have just got some damage from that incident with Esteban Ocon. We can have a look here in just a second. So it looks like he's going to go down the inside, and wow, that was just so easy. That looked so easy. And he really struggled on the exit there, so there might be damage there for Nico Hülkenberg, which will absolutely help us. And then, to make things even better, turn 5 here, Nico Hülkenberg has a spin. He did end up re-overtaking us, so damage is out the question. But then he spins anyway. So P10 for us at the moment, and then Theo Pourchaire, lap 13, has had another incident. But he's going to go around the outside of Valtteri Bottas, and then I guess he turns into him. Like, that is his fault at the end of the day. So we're going to end up boxing him for hards earlier than what we'd like to, because obviously it's sort of burnt out. But then Theo Pourchaire makes another mistake, and he's locked up again. He's currently 40 seconds behind 18th, which is outrageous. Here I don't understand, because, you know, you expect Theo Pourchaire, when he has clean air, no pressure at all, to not be making these mistakes, but it just feels natural that he's making these now. Piastri making a lock up into turn 1 doesn't affect any of our races. 30 seconds behind him with Theo Pourchaire, and then Alex Albon. I don't know how. I'm really shocked to this recording. I don't know how we ended up being 36 seconds away from points. Is absolutely mind-blowing. I felt like the pace was actually okay from Alex Albon. Maybe it was the medium to hards, but swap, but it doesn't sound right, you know. We ended up overtaking Norris and Tsunoda, who actually made undercuts on us. But at the end of the day, we really should be up there with the car that we have now, the upgrades that we're getting in. But this race, it just seems to be a race to forget, move on. But yeah, 36 seconds behind is just outrageous. Especially ending up being overtaken by Magnussen as well, which is just not okay to our standards. But our car inspection, obviously suspension destroyed. But we get the research completed for the front wing for the next season, which is absolutely brilliant. And then we have our new side pods to bring in, which is exactly what we need right now. Obviously comparing it to the other spec. But there we are. That's the end of the episode. Gonna have round 9, Canada, obviously shortly. But if you like the video, obviously smash the like button. Subscribe if you're new, and ciao.